Call me spoken, you can keep the E. Call me spoken, you can keep the E. Call me spoken, you can keep the E.
going on, everybody? Hey, how goes it? It is, what is it? What's the day? Is the 12th? No. Is it the 12th? Yeah, it's the 12th. It is July 12th, 2020. Welcome to the Collective Culture Podcast.
Bullshit year.
Well, man.
What?
We ain't even into the year good. What? 7 months in?
Yeah.
Shit, just over half the year, and it's already been a hell of a year.
We do want to thank you all for tuning into the Collective Culture.
To Collective Culture Podcast.
We appreciate your boy, Spoken.
You got your boy Zoe, also on Twitch as ShadowZo84. Y'all check it out.
Brought to you by
sorry, y'all. You got some lighting issues that occurred, but here we go.
We're back right. We had to get it right.
Just one note. Yeah. So, but Spoken, we have a new session or series that's gonna be coming to the Collective Culture. So we'll be here 2 days instead of the one every week.
Time to chop it up. This second session that we're adding to the podcast is called Rap Therapy. We're gonna take us an artist or two on every podcast, and we're gonna highlight them, underground artists, doing their thing, so to any artists out there, if you're looking for a shot to get out there and get some extra views or whatever, bring some highlights to your movement, get with us. You know what I'm saying? We'll be taking in submissions soon. Mm-hmm. So this is just a chance to get the view from the artist.
Right, we're just putting it out there for everybody, so everybody know that it's coming up. It's there'll be more information on it as it goes along, as we start to put it together, because it's a whole new series, so it's a whole new set of information, and all artists are always looking for exposure, so it's gonna be a lot of people who are probably gonna be sending in their information. But one thing that we definitely already know, we need a valid way to reach you, either email, phone, or one of your social media excerpts, one of those ways. But it's got to be valid, it's got to be legit, it's got to be you. And we need samples of your music. And if you got visuals, that's better. So like if you got YouTube videos or something, that's better than just the track. But it's all legit. So with that, we prefer that if you send the track in, that you have it registered on BMI or ASCAP, whoever you go through, and that you have all your copyrights and things in order. But typically via BMI, you'll have most of that straight. But we prefer that. Now, if you don't care and you're just trying to get out there and you don't know nothing about BMI, we'll still review you.
We may even reach out to you. But, also we do want to say about that as well, we understand it is a business, so you need to put your best foot forward. So with that being said, make sure your quality is up to par. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? We want to showcase the best of the best, and we're down with the underground, with the grind and everything. So it's nothing against that, but we want to put people in a position to win.
Right.
And we got to have the material to do it.
Right. So basically, for lack of better words, don't send in trash, because here at the Collective Culture, if it's trash, we're going to let you know.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? We going to let you know if it's trash, bro. Like, seriously.
No sugar, no nothing, nigga.
Right.
It's trash. We're going to let you know it's trash.
Yeah.
Let you know if you really out there getting this work, we want to rock with you. So, just stay tuned. Get ready for when submissions will be open, Rap Therapy, it'll be a good time. We sit down with the artists either, in person or via, live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And, chop it up with them, see what they got going on. Sometimes we might have a nice little booth session.
Right.
Whatever it may be. You never know. It's rap therapy. Whatever's good for the soul. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
How we gonna do it.
Right. So, basically when this gets started and everything, you can even add this to your EPK as an interview. Mm-hmm. So that's another plus for those of you who are trying to come up out there, who are familiar with EKPs. I'm sorry, I said EPK. Like with your EKPs. No, EPK. I'm right. I said it right the first time. electronic press kit. Right. So you can add this to your electronic press kit as an interview. I mean, because legit, that's what it is. You will be interviewed by the Collective Culture Podcast. So, with that said, we want to let everybody know that that's going on. That's coming up. If you, your man and them, or whoever got
anybody you think should just have that spotlight.
Right. You think that spotlight should be open to somebody, let them know that it's coming up real soon. We'll be posting it everywhere via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It'll be out there.
And until we get justice, we still say his name. George Floyd. We're still trying to get right for Breonna Taylor too.
Yeah.
Ahmaud Arbery, we still say their names. We need justice, and it's always gonna be that until we get what we need. So
right.
We just want to make sure everybody still has it understood. That's still our stance on everything.
Right.
Straight up. If you don't like it, who gives a?
Right. But we're gonna focus on a particular artist later on in the podcast too. Another man who has passed due to who has recently passed rather. I'm sorry, I don't know, so police violence. That's not the case, but who has also passed recently. Who should be, I think, spoken highly of, because listening to some of his music, he's pretty dope. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about Pop Smoke. We're gonna focus on him a little later too.
She little with it up, ooh.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So so for all you hip hop heads out there who's familiar with Pop Smoke, we're gonna have a little conversation about him too. But some of the things we got coming up, Vanessa Guilen's family has spoken out after being silent for months now on her particular case. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about the outcoming video for Eric Lurie's murder in police custody as well. And then we're gonna get in probably to a little bit what y'all are probably gonna love, and what is probably gonna be the biggest focus on this particular podcast tonight, because I want to see how the men feel about it, or we want to see what the men think about it, and how it would have been handled if the shoe was on the other foot. We're gonna get into this entanglement.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about this entanglement.
Up, and all the people that tune in and view, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. These is just opinions and personal perspectives. You know, it's all conversation. We just chopping it up. So don't get in your feelings.
All right, please.
You know what I'm saying? This is some real talk for you.
This is just gonna be where we look at from two guys' perspectives on how this thing would have been if it was switched around, and then we gonna talk about what is. You know what I'm saying, as far as that goes. So go ahead and get your popcorn or whatever ready, or your memes together. For the entanglement conversation as well. But in the first order of business, Vanessa Guilen's family spoke out. Basically, it was more so. I think Eyewitness News in Houston, Dallas. I'm sorry, in Dallas, Eyewitness News Dallas got in touch with the family, which is mainly they're a Spanish and English speaking family, and the mother. I think it's Angela Guilen. Pretty much was heartbroken. So a lot of what she was stating was more emotion from the heart. But as the rest of the family started to speak, they were stating that that they don't really appreciate how the government handled dealing with it. That they feel like that the FBI, I think, who investigates military murders? The FBI, right? Or is it the CIA? No, I think it's the FBI. It's the FBI, if I'm not mistaken, that investigates murders on posts and things of that nature. So that investigation still has yet to begin, and that's a sad thing. I think that that's messed up. First off, they took it as a joke when she went missing. They act like that maybe she just went AWOL, or maybe she just shot off her friends, and come to find out that she had been murdered and dismembered. Now, mind you, the person that the suspect that they caught did killed himself, but do we really consider that justice? You know what I mean? because he went out on his terms. So, like, you know, I don't know if we consider that justice, but I think that the investigation still needs to take place. Just because he killed himself does not mean that, you know, mind you, this is still a suspect. I don't think that, if from my research, there was no confession. There was nothing stating that this was definitely the guy that did it, but his actions do assume that it was him who did it. They'll assume that it was him who did it, but, you know, I don't think that that's justice. I think that we need some evidence on what happened, you know, and I mean, he gone, but, you know, it still needs to be out there, you know, so her soul can be at rest and her family, you know, they can be at peace with it.
I believe that'd probably be, you know, good for the, you know, mother, you know,
right,
you know, the family to get some closure.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm saying.
Closure, you know, it's always, you know, in a hard time, in a hard situation like that, it's always good to get closure.
Right. See, like, yeah, it's a little bit more volume on the microphone here. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but
there we go.
You know, some of the stuff, you know, it just, you know, they tend to turn a blind eye to it, and, you know, it's like, you know, these families need these things, you know.
Right.
This unrest, this unjust, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's too much, and, you know, we just, you know, that clarification.
Right. That needs to be.
Pretty much, you know, put everything in perspective.
Right, exactly. Next order of business, we're going to talk about also, and, you know, some a little bit more disturbing news. Last week, the police dash cam video just came out for Eric Lurie in Joliet, Illinois, or whatnot, where the officer, I guess he was on the video. You know how they try to put the spin off on us, right? So, you know, not saying that he was right, but what I am saying when we get into this is that it's a way to handle everything. You know what I mean? And when you're we're gonna say badly trained officer, yeah.
Dick.
When you okay, let's call it spade a spade. When you a dick and you a bigot and an asshole, you know what I mean? You know, the methods that you're using is bullshit, and you know it's bullshit. As a matter of fact, in this particular case, the training officer, the sergeant who trains other officers, is the person who blew the whistle. Which, big up to that guy, because, like, you know, it's a whole war going outside against black and blue. You know what I mean? It's a black and blue war out there right now. You know, and I want to clarify that it's not a black and white war going on right now. Okay, this is a everybody versus blue type of deal. Everybody who stand with black people who get knocked off by officers, you know, for no good reason at all, or, you know, for minimal reasons.
And
you know,
let's clarify this stance that we make at this. You know, we're not saying all police officers are bad. But the thing about it is, if you can stand by and allow it to go on, you are just as bad as the cops that are doing the wrong thing. That is the thing about it.
What's it saying? Silence is damn. They're saying basically silence is cosigning. You know, so, like, you know, you just as wrong as him if you just sitting by. If you an officer, I don't give a fuck if you're a rookie or not. You know what I mean? If your fellow officer or your training officer is doing something that you know is wrong and you know don't fit, and it's just morally vexing you, you need to speak the fuck up, or let him know, hey, look, you know, no, this ain't, you know I may not, you know, have been on this beat for long, but this can't be how it go. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't know if everyone's seen the video. We're not going to attempt to pull it up right now because it's
a little graphic.
It's a little graphic. Yeah, it's a little graphic. I think
it's boiling, but the video is definitely out there for you to check into.
Right. The guy's name is Eric Lurie, Lurry. But it's a very disturbing thing to watch. Basically, officers, you know, they enter the car, he's already handcuffed, mind you, in the back of a police car at the time, you know, sleeping or whatever. They feel like he's got something in his mouth. It does look like he has something in his mouth, but, you know, we don't know what said thing it was. Yeah, but from the footage that they have, it seems that way. It's unidentifiable of what it was. So anyway, a cop enters the vehicle. You know, one tries to shake him and wake him up. Another cop enters the vehicle, literally says, "Wake up, bitch," and slaps the man across the face. Which I don't know which part of police training that is.
Yeah.
To say "wake up, bitch" and slap a man. If any of you officers out there, if you want to go ahead and inform me of what part of the handbook.
Yeah, definitely. Jump in these comments if you got something to say about where that is in y'all's handbook.
Right. You know, to let me know where that is in the handbook.
Pinching his nose shut.
Especially if you're from Joliet, Michigan. Go ahead. Let me know exactly
jump on in there. I got a
where
couple
that's
words
at.
for your punk ass anyway.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, but that's number one. And then the officer proceeds to pinch the man's nose for a minute and 36 seconds, pinching it closed. Okay, for a minute and 36 seconds. Now, the man was already slightly responsive, not completely unresponsive, but slightly responsive. So, Eric was not opening his mouth to breathe through his mouth for whatever reason that he was unresponsive at the time. Okay, so holding a man's nose closed for a minute and 36 seconds, if you don't open his mouth in the first 30 seconds, he ain't gonna. You know what I mean? Because when you're unprepared to hold your breath, you're not gonna hold it for long at all. You know.
I mean, these are the things like I understand. Like there are other avenues you can have, especially when you have somebody who's unresponsive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait till the ambulance get there. You know what I'm saying? They got activated charcoal.
Right.
You know what it do? It'll make them throw up.
It'll
So I
make
mean, whatever if they tried to swallow anything.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's so many avenues you could do.
You want to take it upon yourself to block a man's airways.
Right. Which
and think it's okay, and it's getting recorded. Like this is probably like, see, this is what the hell wrong. See, you punk ass police officers get all high and mighty and everything, and these dumbasses be forgetting they got these cameras on them now. They got these cameras in their cars and shit. People out here is videotaping, and it's like, yeah, you can't get away with the shit you used to get away with.
Well, see, here go the thing. Here go the crazy thing about it though. The video was covered up. This happened almost 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. The actual death in police custody was almost 6 months ago. The video was just released 6, 7, maybe 8 days ago. So it's a cover up. You know what I'm saying? It's been a cover up within the police department. Like I said, the fucking training officer, or you know, the training sergeant, head guy who's of training, is the one who blew the whistle. You know, when he got hold of the footage. You know what I mean? Because the footage originally was not out there for nobody to see. As a matter of fact, when they spoke to Eric Larry's wife, she said she don't know nothing. She just knows that he got, you know, that he went out one night and he didn't come back. Police said that they had him in custody and he died, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital. End of story. No reason for the death or nothing. Can you imagine your husband, wife, significant other, whoever, child, you know, life partner, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Imagine them. Imagine they go, you know, they left out, didn't come back. You get a call to come down to the hospital and they already dead and nobody can tell you why. They just dead.
And I ain't trying to figure out how to tell you why.
Yeah, it's just
and
nuts.
Then this is the crazy thing, because then you come 6 months down the line and a video leaks. Boom. Shit's blown wide open.
Busted wide open.
It's like, you know, this is the thing. We you know, and especially, you know, the struggle with black folks. It's like we've had to fight for so many different things. You know what I'm saying? Well, all we're really asking for is equality. You know what I'm saying? We already got to deal with the judicial system and the amount of young black men and women that are incarcerated right now, to where, you know, it's like, well, at this point right now, what we're fighting for is to even get the chance to go in front of a judge. Yeah. Because our young black men aren't making it to the jails and to the hospitals and wherever they have to go for whatever quote unquote crime was committed. Yeah. No, they're not even making it there because they're killing them in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the problem. Which brings my attention to another fact. It's a lot of people, a lot of controversy around the video going on where a group of young brothers helped the police officer apprehend another brother. Okay,
Salute to those brothers.
Yeah, man. I salute
Salute to the police officers for asking
for the help instead of flying way left, because the situation could have went way left if you seen the video. All right, but it's a lot of controversy around the video because a lot of people feel like that they shouldn't have helped him at all. They let the white cop do the white cop's job. But see, here's the problem. Okay, if we want to make sure that as you stated, people are even getting to where they're going. Fact of the matter, if you saw the video, bro was going anyway. He was going to jail. It wasn't no way around it. Wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was going to jail, and he was resisting, So he was going to jail, all right? But the brothers who caught the video, who caught the footage, stated, hey, make sure you don't get on his neck now. Keep,
I'm on his back. I'm on his
back.
Yeah,
cop was like, look, I'm my knee on his back. I'm not on his neck. They're like, okay, you just make sure you need some help. They said, you need some help, officer. He said, you want to help me? He's like, do you need some help? He's like, yeah, I need help. Come help me, bro.
Hey. Nah, he's like, no, help. It's like, yo.
Right. He's like, help, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, y'all help. You know what I'm saying? But because it could have went way left, but he was resisting for sure. You know what I mean? So like it could have went bad, but these young brothers made sure, and they spoke to the man. He said, "Why y'all helping him?" He said, "We trying to make sure that you get to where you going safe. You going anyway. You going anyway, bro. But we trying to make sure you get there safe, that you get there alive, that you ain't hurt in the process. You know what I mean? Because said ain't nobody trying to get on you, ain't nobody snitching on you. We trying to make sure you get to where you going safely. You know what I mean? So I say salute them guys. It's a bunch of people out there who say that that was a bunch of bullshit, but hey, you know what? When you're coming from that mindset, maybe you're into some shit you shouldn't be into in the first place.
I mean, this is in a sense, this is helping us police our own at the same
right,
time.
Exactly.
You got the whole. This is one thing we got to do as as black people. We got to hold our own accountable for what they do. When you talk about how back in the day, like the Black Panthers and everything, wanted to police their own people, these are the things that need to take place. We need to be policing our own people, helping with the situations instead of allowing for them to go sideways.
Right.
Where a situation is bad. Because, it was also a good job for the police. Because that was like, come give us help.
Yeah.
We don't want this to go the wrong way.
Yeah.
We're asking for your help.
Asking for your assistance in the matter.
They helped and it happened smoothly. Nobody was injured. Black men were relieved. The police officers were relieved. It was a good situation.
Yeah.
Might not ended up good for Buddy, but that's another battle that has to be fought another time.
Right, you know what I mean? But for him, at the end of the day though, we know one thing, that when he was in that police custody, he was safe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because these other brothers made sure of it. If anything happened to him after that, then yeah, I mean, it's time to go. It's go time. But other than that though, for what we know at this moment, and that brother ain't show up in the news dead or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, he went to jail, got booked like everybody else would have got booked. I don't know much more about it from that. But other than that, shoot. He made it there safe instead of not making it there at all. But I mean, I guess to get in a little bit more light of the situation.
Oh wait, what about the lady and the man? The video went viral.
Oh yeah. So well, I don't know if that's lighter or not. That ain't really lighter, but so I think the viral video that he's talking about, everybody has seen. It was a white couple in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I think it was Grand Rapids, Michigan, who pulled firearms on a mother and 15-year-old child. Now a lot of people are taking what they seen in that video.
Let us remind you, we are not our ancestors.
Right?
We will not be taking this shit lying down. You will get every bit of this work.
Right. So, anyway, so something occurred that doesn't really show completely in the video that went viral. Or the different parts of the video, because I've seen the full video from beginning to end. Okay, but apparently, the white lady might have bumped the black girl or something like that. Whatever it was enough for the young 15-year-old girl to say something about it and say, hey, well, are you not gonna, apologize for damn near knocking me over? You know what I mean? So anyway, it goes on, it carries on. If you've seen the video, you know exactly what comes next. The mom is walking away. The young lady starts walking away, and the husband backs up, and almost hits the mom. I don't know if the mom actually jumped behind the car or not. I can't say that for sure because she was already behind the car when they were pulling off, And so, in other words, to say, she says, well, you almost hit me, da-da-da-da. And this Karen jumps out of the car with her firearm in hand, which is, what is that called? Basically flashing a firearm is an actionable offense in most states. If you're not, especially when you are in position to fire. So they got on there. They spit their side. They spit their side of the story, stating that she was afraid and thought that she wasn't gonna make it home that night, and so on and so forth. I think she even said she had a color TV. No, I'm joking. She didn't say that. But no, but I mean, she felt like she wasn't gonna make it home when these were two unarmed women. Okay, you were the whole man. Okay. And there was nobody else around.
Work because she couldn't catch him at the barbecue.
Right, you know what I mean.
Sit your goofy ass down.
Right, you know what I mean. So, so anyway, they're facing criminal charges. But as far as it goes, they lawyered up or whatnot. So we're gonna see how that pans out. We'll keep that going. Keep going and see what's going on with that.
Other big shout out to the little young man that had a situation somewhere at the DMV or something like that.
Oh yeah, shout out to that brother.
There was a white couple, I guess they were walking out, and the young lady had spit on this black lady. And when the black lady had got ready to, I guess, make any kind of aggressive movements, the white girl boyfriend jumped on her and everything, and the lady's son came in and beat the brakes off of his big white ass.
Hey, listen.
Tow him off.
Right.
Like,
listen, let me tell you something. Let me just get this out in the air. When you spit on anybody, you are now prepared for any altercation that comes. You have said, when you spit on somebody, you have in your brain said, I'm ready for all the smoke. I don't care how it comes. You know what I mean? That is the lowest, most disrespectful thing you can do to a person is take your biological matter and put it on somebody else. That's biological assault. Literally, that's what that is. I mean, she could have went to jail for that. You know what I mean? But, some people ain't going to react to, I'm going to get a lawyer and send your ass to jail. No, most people going to react to that as, so you want it. Mm-hmm. You ready to go,
But then here comes the issue is when it's between two women, it's like, okay, buddy, you jumped in. You had no business jumping in because this was a female situation.
Mind you, she didn't even jump. He didn't jump into nothing because now the controversy is, well, did she touch him first? Let me tell you something. This was not a little 5'5" scrawny white dude. Okay, this dude had to be pushing 300 at 6 foot something. Okay, you know what I mean? So a lot of people say, well, yeah, but if she touched him first, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, because any 6 foot plus man almost pushing 300 pounds ain't finna be phased by a small, a little lady, maybe pushing him a little bit. Because if she did touch him, she didn't try to strike him. Her hands were open. So based on what people are talking about on whether she touched him first or not, is beyond the point to me.
It doesn't matter. It's no business in the world this man had any business putting his hands onto this person's mother. That's why he got his ass full.
And it wasn't a young mother. We're talking about an older mother. We're talking about somebody well in their late 40s, early 50s maybe.
So that's why he got his ass whooped. The young man stepped in and he pieced him up every which way possible, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And held him to wait for the police to come.
Mm-hmm. And held him to wait for the police to come. Yeah,
so,
he going to jail for assault.
Big ups to that man.
Yeah, so,
give me 1 second.
Salute, young man. That's a big move, Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And, like we said, we are not our ancestors. You can get this word. But we don't hate all of y'all. We love some of y'all because we know not every person is bad. You know what I'm saying? And we're not even judging off of skin. Whatever color you is, we can fuck with you. But, we just wanted understood that we need to be treated equally.
Right.
Fairly and just. Just give us what we deserve.
Because I'm going to tell you something else. If that was a black dude, he should have got the same work. You know what I mean? In the same situation, these should got the same
like
work.
Brothers out there, this is what y'all got to understand. We have got to protect our women.
That's what it is.
That is one of the most precious things God has given us. We got to start protecting them. And this is what I'm saying. It don't matter whether it's black, white, whatever. If you see a man beating on a woman, tear his ass up.
Bro.
Fuck that. Tear his ass up.
It's not okay. At all.
It's not okay.
Nothing to condone. It's not a, oh, that's their business type of situation.
No, it's not. That ain't got nothing to do with me. No, we need to start protecting our women. And those are facts.
Exactly.
So, boom. Now we can get on this lighter note and jump into some of this music.
Yep. So, but we gonna later on we are gonna remember Pop Smoke. We're gonna talk about some of his music, because this last joint that came out was dope. From what I heard of it so far, I haven't heard the whole joint.
Yeah, it's definitely a dope album. Boom, #1 on the Billboards, top 200. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out Pop Smoke, may rest in peace. The whole team to put this together. We not really worried about that Pusha T beef behind this bullshit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I really could care less if your verse was on it or not. You're not as dope as you was with Malice. So I don't get mad. I don't give a fuck. Say something about it.
Yeah,
so what,
that's
nigga?
right. So we ready for your smoke over here too.
You know what I'm saying? You keep going at the kid, Drake, you know what I'm saying? That man get money, let that man work, man. You always worried about what he got going on, because you ain't got shit going on, my nigga. Keep it pushing, bro. Push your T.
Right. Push
your career somewhere else, nigga, Let us enjoy this young man's piece of work that he had put out, and we were able to have it, his post,
right,
post life, tracks. You know what I'm saying? The shit was dope.
It was hot. Like I said, I hadn't heard the whole thing, but from what I have heard so far, it's going in. So if you are fans of Pop Smoke, leave a comment or something below, or jump into the if anybody's watching right now, we got somebody watching. Jump into the chat. Just talk with us.
How y'all feel about it?
Anything that we talking about, just put your feelings out there, man. If
reality, I'm gonna tell you the truth, shit. It Pop Smoke, he put me in the mind of a new wave DMX. You know what I'm saying? The boy's got a gill. He had a gill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got some messages behind it that he's talking about too. You know what I mean?
To be coming out, popping it. Hey, I salute some of these young boys. I don't like all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into their names, especially old boy. We already spoke about this, but
I gotta bring it up.
On some Harry Potter shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta bring it up, though, because old boy is out here right now. He just went live on Instagram last night, or was it the night before? I think it was the night before last. No, it was last night. He went live on Instagram last night, calling out, Snoop and who else was he calling out? He was calling out a bunch of people who was calling him a rat or whatever, and talking about some now that he coming back, they want him to chill out or whatnot. Listen, old boy, we're not gonna call your name because it ain't worth it. Listen, these older gentlemen is trying to tell you something for your own good. They telling you you're doing too much and you need to chill out. Not because you dope and you hurting their career. No. That you talking about people who done had their career and could give two shits less about what they look like in the media because you said something. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You just ruined the whole woman's career because she even did a song with you. I mean, you gotta be honest with that. Nikki is not gonna ever be the same Nikki again because she was fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Fact of the matter is that sometimes old motherfuckers will tell you something so that way you can save your own ass. And that's really where you at. Because the way you moving out here right now, something happened to you, it'll be your own fault, bro. I'm just saying. And I ain't got no personal beef, so I'm not saying it's me or nothing like that. I'm just saying, it's people out here who really ain't about, who really ain't good with you, dog.
Really, personally, fuck old boy. You know what I'm saying? Old boy, he a trash ass person, and you're going after these people or whatever, and it's like, dude, you know, you kind of sealed your fate. You know what I'm saying? You should have learned to bow out graciously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now you trying to go after these legacies, and it's like, for what, man? Like, this is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all out there listening to this man and trying to keep up with him because y'all is just nosy. The only way we're gonna get rid of him
is
if
ignore
people stop paying attention to this.
Just ignore him. Dude, you are a rat. Point blank. Period. You are a rat. Just call. You know, you got to call a spade a spade. Be what you are. You are a rat. In fact, he one of these cats that Mano was talking about earlier this week too.
Let's make it understood when we say rat. This is the difference. You know, there are people out there that live a square life. They don't do anything wrong. You know, so if something were to happen to them and they were to tell, it would be expected. But when you step into these streets, or as they say, jump off the porch, and you're out here and you're doing street-like things, you got to respect what comes with it. And then you have to live that lifestyle. If you are not part of that lifestyle, we don't expect it from you. But if you live that lifestyle, it's a code and it's ethics. And you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, you know, your gangster is what you got. And he violated that because he ran his fucking mouth. And it's like, you know, if you knew them dudes was bad for you, you shouldn't have been fucking with them in the first place.
And that's my thing. Mano had an interview with Sway last week. No. This is a while ago, but they brought the interview back up. It was a long time ago for real. The interview he originally had with Sway, but they brought it. It's been resurfaced and it's gone viral. Okay, talking about how, you know, these industry cats, you know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but some of these, especially these newer cats though, who come in the industry and, you know, and they went to private schools or the best public schools and shit like that. Then they get into hip hop and become a star. Now they got a felony record. When before you was the squarest motherfucker in town. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why get the fame to then try to be a criminal after the fact? That's dumb. That's like saying you would have been better off just never having the fame. This motherfucker is one of them examples. You'd have been better off never having the fame. You wasn't hard, dog, before you became a hip hop artist. You was not hard. Let's just call it what it is. You know, motherfuckers all around New York know the truth about you. You were not hard before you got into the music. You got into the music. You got a certain group of people behind you. They put you together, they put you out there, and all of a sudden you this street cat. You wasn't that before. You know, so yeah. Since you decided to pick up that role because the money made you something, then yeah, you a rat. Just call it what it is, bro. You a rat. Bow out and go on about your business, dog.
Bottom line, it's not up for discussion. If you don't understand the codes, you have no angle of opinion on that. That's just bottom line. But we don't really care. Like I said, just don't pay him no attention. We want to salute these ones that's doing right out here. You didn't have Pop Smoke drop this joint. You didn't have Roddy Ricch drop something. Pop Smoke #1 right now. You know, shit's looking good. You know what I'm saying? Music is real nice right now. You know what I'm saying? You got some lovely tracks out there circulating. It's good in the industry right now. You know,
you got some comeback artists too from back in the day who done dropped some stuff in the past couple weeks. But you know, anyway, yeah. So the Pop Smoke, that album. I mean, I would advise go check it out if you haven't already. But I'm sure you know he had plenty of fans though. I think that most of the people that's probably gonna be on watching the podcast probably already on the Pop Smoke.
You can go out there and check with your boy Weezy. Put something out there for y'all too. You know.
Yeah.
Just a little something light. He slid up under the radar. But go ahead and check that out.
Yeah. Yep. That's dope. But so
let's have us a little fun. Cause this shit is hilarious. Like,
bro,
Goofy is goofy, and now Goofier done got goofier. And this whole debacle, this whole entanglement,
bro, the entanglement,
definitely the talk of the time.
Yeah, man. What I mean, I think the entanglement's so important. I mean, you know, they made such a big deal right now. It might have BLM on the back burner, y'all. I mean, really, y'all, for real? Y'all gonna let the entanglement put BLM on the back burner?
They're like, hey, man, I understand. We need the police to stop killing each other, but let's talk about this Will and Jada.
We gotta talk about this right now. You know, this
nigga was in there working. You seen how Will Smith looked on the red table? Man,
boy, what?
Let me tell y'all something. In all honesty, I can salute Will. I can kind of salute Will like Gilly said, you know. And like, put a nigga on some game. He took that on the chin.
He took it on the chin.
Kept it moving. You know, you gotta think that's one of the biggest entertainers in the world. 20 plus mil a feature.
Per damn, you know. Per movie.
That man is getting that money. He got checks. He's got hit movies. Independent Day. Bad Boys. The whole series.
Yeah, the whole series. Bad Boys series.
Legend. Suicide Squad. Anything. This man's got movies.
He just stepped in there. You talking about Suicide Squad? That's DC. He just stepped into the comic movies money.
You know what I'm saying? Superhero. This man is getting checks on top of checks on top of checks. That man is paid. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, if his woman's gonna bust it, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be for real. Like, bro, any nigga woman out here can bust it. If his woman can bust it, cause it's like shit. Y'all niggas ain't got nothing with that man. That man paid. Y'all niggas broke. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be for real. You know, shit. That nigga got money. I ain't got shit. So that means it is what it is. You know. Right. But I mean, let's just be for real. For real, you know, y'all niggas is dirty. You know, that man, he's being really dope about this shit. Y'all got these memes going around here making fun of this man. Bro. He done took over the Jordan meme.
Hey, y'all on the internet, y'all motherfuckers ain't got no heart. Y'all ruthless. Right? Y'all ruthless. Just cold-blooded, man. Y'all shouldn't be doing that, man, like that. They done revoiced the whole Fresh Prince episode,
Dad left him.
Boy, bro, man. But one thing that I was seeing, I saw some on Snapchat, but I didn't see the official video, but allegedly, there's a video out there where Will Smith is talking about that his next move is to leave Jada for good. But, you know, that's rumor. Don't y'all take that and make no new memes out of that or none of that shit. All right? That's just rumor. It was something I saw perusing Snapchat, trying to, see what was, if they had any more updates or if he had made a personal video on Snap or something like that, you know. But I didn't see no official videos. I just heard in another video that was a video that was out there. But until we find the real thing, I'm not gonna speak on it. We ain't gonna speak on it here. We just gonna say that that's a rumor right now.
I said that we was talking about it the other day, and I was playing the red tape talking, and I was like, man, that nigga looked like he was about to cry like he did back when the day left.
Go Fresh Prince. Yeah, man,
what?
bro.
As soon as I said that
10 seconds later?
All kind of stuff.
Oh, man.
Y'all giving it to, and y'all females, y'all dirty too. Cause like y'all sitting there, you know, advocating for, you know, playing the devil advocate for Jada. No, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were separated. They weren't divorced, though. You know what I'm saying? She understood what it was, and she allowed herself to get entangled with somebody who would allow for this to happen. Now you got your man out here looking like a whole sack. Now you might lose him.
Right.
Goofy ass.
Goofy ass.
Don't encourage dumb shit.
Yeah, for real. Like, really, like, come on, ladies. Like, let's be serious. If the shoe was on the other fucking foot, and this is what we was talking about, we was going to get into. If the shoe was on the other fucking foot, if this had been Will's red table, okay, and Will was fucking with, I don't know, Melissa Ford, you know what I'm saying? Let's take somebody, you know, some random person. You gotta go young. Okay, we gotta go young. So let's say Will was fucking with Nikki. Let's just say something like that. Tiana Taylor. There you go. That's a good one. Yeah. Because that's about the same age range. Her and August, right? So Tiana Taylor. Will was fucking with Tiana Taylor. All right.
No, we're not saying for real because we know Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, you know.
Yeah.
Dope ass couple, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So we're not saying that. We just using this, just using it for, you know, as a banter. You know, use it as a scenario, right? So Will fucking with Tiana Taylor. Y'all would have been on Will ass. Y'all have been talking about how niggas ain't shit, this, that, and the third. Even Will Smith ain't shit. You know what I mean? It would have just been more fuel toward men not being shit. You know what I'm saying? But for y'all out there who making them memes out of Jada, talking about if bald-headed hoe shit was a person, That's funny. Now that shit funny, right? Bro, that shit funny, right? If bald headed, I saw the meme just today. If bald headed hoe shit was a person, they got a picture of when Jada had went all bald and cut all the damn hair off the shit. Bro, that shit was funny, right?
The one with you got the top picture with August Alsina, and then you got the bottom picture, and it's got that picture of Future. Right. And it's like, nah, love, I'm good. Yeah, nah, love, I'm good. But it got Jada face on it. Right. Yeah, nah, love, I'm good. And then she curved that nigga. Yeah, she curved him after that. Now he in his feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? Evidently, they wasn't broke up. They got back together. Mm-hmm. Kind of sense. Life partners.
Bro, so, I tell you what, man, this is just, it's nuts, man. You know what I'm saying? That y'all ain't making shit no better. Like, you know, and you gotta laugh at some of the shit though, because like, you know, yeah, true enough. Did
you see the little whatchamacallit, what's his name, Michael Blackson had did?
Oh man,
conversation with him and Will, the text messages. Yeah, man. He said that nigga ate the ass from the front. Yeah. That nigga eating ass from the front. Oh man, bro. That shit was crazy.
Oh, bro.
He said, I'm blocking you. Oh, man. Yeah. Y'all just dog my boy.
Oh, man.
I'm saying, we got to sleep. That Will Smith is a king in his own right. This man has had multiple movies. He's had hit songs. He's done great things for great people. He is some great talent that we have here now. We should treasure it. Yep. Y'all should stop making fun of this man. Y'all already did it to my boy Mike.
Boy, what?
Don't do it to Will. Y'all already did it to Mike. Don't do it to Will.
Yeah, I'm setting up for Will though, man, because like, you know, like Gilly said, man, bro took it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? He came to the red table because he ain't had to come to the red table. Y'all, that's one thing y'all fail to realize. Okay, y'all making, you know, making jokes and shit about it because of how he was in the red, but he ain't have to come to the red table at all. He could have said, "Fuck this shit, fuck that shit, I'm out." You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. You know, he wanted to talk about it. He wanted to get it out there. He wanted to, you know, like, let's get down to brass tacks. What was it? Let's cut through the bullshit and get down to it. Yep. Now, you know what I'm saying? In all honesty, if y'all really paying attention, August Alsina looked like a sack talking about some, oh yeah, well I had his blessing and this, that, and the third. Bullshit. No, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case.
Man, you know, you are a glorified jump off.
Right. You like you yeah. You a famous side bitch. You know what I mean? So like, right. You know, like famous side. You know, bro. Like, so what you know, what's really going on? You know. So like, if anybody looking like a shag for real, it's him. I mean,
then
you know.
It makes it even worse because it's like you dropped all of this and then dropped your project. You a whole sack, bro.
Right. For real.
Like, even if these folks did do all that stuff you said, that means these folks bless you.
Right.
And you want to throw some bullshit in their life. You a whole sucker out here.
Yeah, you a sucker for real. Because like he was going on family trips and shit or whatnot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, Jada was like, you know, well, I felt like I was healing him and all of that. You know. I mean,
and she played that shit smooth, didn't she? Talking about all that healing shit.
Yeah,
out here freaking this
bro.
Freaking this young nigga trying to shit on Will.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, but you know shit. But you know, all this.
Let that Peaches come out.
Low
down dirty shame.
Yeah, right. That was a low down dirty shame, wasn't
it?
Peaches. I'm telling you, bro.
Boom. Shots fired.
But I mean, shit. What? So, with all of that, the question that's going out, like, you know, from that perspective, the female perspective right now is saying that, you know, okay, so what, they was separated, you know, Jada ain't do nothing wrong, blah, blah, blah. This is the female population. Now, I'm not saying all of y'all feel the same way. What I'm saying is what I'm generally seeing in social media right now is that Jada didn't do nothing wrong. They were separated, you know, and she got her freak on or whatever why they were separated, and ain't no telling how many women Will done slept with. Okay, but you can't say not one time during that, well, I ain't gonna say, no, I can't remember no scandals that Will was in with no extra females. You know what I'm saying? Not publicly. I mean, you know any publicly scandals that Will was caught up in? No? Okay. Well, you know. So that's, you know what I mean? Now, whatever happened in their relationship between the two of them and they handled by the, you know, together by themselves, then that's one thing. But, I mean, you done fuck with this young cat, and he came out here and goddamn blew up the whole damn spot. You know what I'm saying? And so now, shit.
All I want to say is...
But if the shoe was on the other foot...
Salute to the big homie Will. You know what I'm saying? You a king. Don't let this bother you. Jada, salute to you too. You still a queen. We understand this happened at a different time.
Right.
August Alsina, you a sag.
You a sag.
You know, that's some bullshit.
A whole sucker out here in these streets.
You know, it's already bad enough what side pieces look out here, and you a whole different type, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Right. And you just made yourself, your music don't even matter no more. You a glorified side bitch. Like, so.
I made a song about being a side bitch.
Right.
Yeah,
right, bro. Shit. That's what I'm saying, So, anywho, we started off talking about the rap therapy that's coming up. So, to give a little bit more information on the rap therapy series. Okay, the rap therapy series is where we're gonna take indie underground artists. Okay, now it's not to say that that if we get people who are label referred that we won't interview them, but what we are definitely saying is that on our side of the tracks, outside of the collective culture, your boy Spoken here is an indie artist as well. You know what I mean? An indie
squad.
Artist, producer, engineer, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, he got all of that whole thing going on right there, and it's all independent. You know what I mean? So, so we really, got a soft spot for indies out there. You know what I mean? So, we're searching for indie artists that we can interview who got a bit of a following. They don't have to have a huge following, but I'm just saying, who's got a little something going on, who's serious about their craft. Let's just put it like that. People who's serious about their craft. All right, because it's a lot of, we know we're going to have to filter through the bullshit, We ain't trying to talk about nobody individually or nothing like that, but let's just call a spade a spade. We're going to have to filter through the bullshit because there's going to be a lot of bullshit to come through, and we know that. All right, but we're going to try our best to bring y'all some top-notch indie artists with some top-notch music. These will be like legit interviews, and we can do them, and due to COVID-19, some of them we might be able to have in studio, but most of them will probably be Zoom calls or Facebook calls or whatever it may be, and we'll work that out that way once we get to it. We are working on which day we're gonna filter that into our normal schedule of Sundays, because every Sunday 7:30 p.m. you can catch us right here, so it'll also be right here on Twitch, and then you can catch the follow up on YouTube within the week or two, because we got to edit, cut, chop, all that bullshit.
The name being Rap Therapy is, it's a place that every rapper goes, that it's a level where they have to go, get what they got to get done, and we want this space to be open for this artist to, share their journey with us and you all as they are making their transition from underground to whether it be mainstream or whatever it is they're pursuing in their career. We want to bring them in. We want to, pick their head a little bit, see where they at. Yeah, maybe try them out on the mic a little bit. I ain't never scared, so
right.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got that big tick vibe feel going for that. You know what I'm saying? So I kick this booth up. You know what I'm saying?
Some of y'all don't remember the basement though.
Get in that booth, but pick their mind, check their journey out. Peep a couple of their songs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And enjoy that artist. Celebrate these artists that are trying to do great things with their career.
Right. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a dope little series, especially for you independent artists out there, get with us, Somebody say something?
Yeah.
Man, we really want to see independent artists, succeed and excel. So even at that, when we do that, there are opportunities there for help with promotion and everything else. We gonna drop some gems.
Hey, what's going on, Crystal from Cali? How's it going? No, you catching it at the end, baby. You catching it at the end. All right.
What up?
You catching it right at the end.
What's going on?
This is Crystal from Cali.
Yeah. My
hey, shout out to
partner right there.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Crystal.
We appreciate you coming through the chat a bit.
But yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it live with this little rap therapy. We got some nice little setups for y'all coming up here soon. I'm gonna take y'all through a couple of steps on how to, get you a single out there properly, all kinds of things. We gonna put you on some game. What is
she said, "Hey."
But yeah, we gonna definitely get it. We're gonna be live with this. So it is a great thing to enjoy this culture that we are a part of. We gonna continue to rock with y'all.
And we got Crystal. She said that Crystal. She said, "I support y'all. What day is the podcast? Podcast right now, as it stands for this series that we are doing, is every Sunday, 7:30 p.m. All right. But what we were just talking about, I don't know if you caught it all, Crystal, but we got that's Eastern time too. I mean, so for you,
we know how that.
Yeah. So for you, it's about 4:30 p.m. But what we do, sorry. But this new series that we're talking about, which is actually an old series that we bringing back called Rap Therapy. All right. So, but we're gonna put out. Check the schedule on Twitch, and we'll have it up on YouTube, and we're gonna also have it on Facebook, which would be at spoken underscore RR underscore ENT. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to see it there, squad. All right, but you'll be able to see it there too. We're gonna have the schedule up and things of that nature when we're gonna set up the date for Rap Therapy. Okay, so it'll be 2 times a week. You can catch us. One day for Rap Therapy, which will be in the near future, and then our standard day right now is Sunday 7:30 for right here on Twitch.
This is just a notice for every MC to think they want to smoke. We gonna get you on this booth. Don't let me make you look bad. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we can't wait to see you there, Chris.
All of it.
Right.
Any of them. We don't care. Juggalo, trap, emo. Bring what you got.
Hey man, we about to smoke, man. We grab all the smoke, man. Especially on that mic, man. You know what I mean? But right.
But anyways, one other topic that I did want to bring up was the fact of the introduction beat that you heard.
Yeah.
Nice little boom bap beat. You know what I'm saying?
As a matter of fact, we'll run it back for y'all real quick.
Yeah,
we'll run it in the background, so y'all can hear that, so you'll know exactly what we speaking on. All right. But the background music that you are hearing right now, which you should be able to hear pretty decent right now. She said, "Let me spit something." She said, "Just kidding." She said,
"No, go on ahead, give us that word. Give us that word. Oh, no, I know you got it.
But the beat that you hear right now is a composition by Spoken right here, and what we're doing is we're putting together a challenge for it. All right, so typically it's gonna be a commercial lease beat, okay, but you can use it commercially, use it how you choose to. The only difference is you just have to follow the terms of the lease. I think it's gonna be, what is it, up to, I don't remember what terms that we have out there for it now. It's something that we have to read back over, but it's nothing crazy.
Free commercial,
but it's a free commercial lease beat. Yeah, you don't pay for it. You don't have to pay for the lease or nothing like that. It's a free commercial lease beat. Give us your best 16. You know what I mean? If you want to make a whole joint out of it, make a whole joint out of it. This is basically something that we're doing for the BLM, but at the same time, you know what I mean, we're gonna showcase the best songs on the Collective Culture Podcast on Sundays, especially for the Culture Checkup. We're gonna showcase those people with the best tracks. It'll be played as the intro. We'll mix them up from time to time. You know what I mean? So hey, put your pen in the pad, man. Get in the lab, get to work. Hit us up. We'll tell you how to get the beat or whatnot. Same thing. Facebook at spoken_RR_ENT.
Catch me on my Gmail.
On Gmail,
the real spoken RR@gmail.com. Like I said, get in touch with me. Get in touch with us. I really want to hear what everybody has to say. Like I've been saying for the longest, this movement needs a soundtrack. And
right.
We need to get that going. So, with this, I really want this challenge to stand out because, I want people to hear, what we got to say, and we have a sound to us. So let's give it to them in our form, how we know best.
Right.
So And like I said, we're definitely rocking with y'all. You know, when you do it, you know you can go in and record it. You know, if you have the opportunity, record yourself rapping it just on a video. You know what I'm saying? Whichever. You know, we may highlight that video on the podcast.
Right.
You know, we're gonna do whatever we can to promote those who've done it. You know, so you know, like I said, it's a commercial lease. Y'all can go out there and get paid for it.
And also, just real quick, you can keep talking. But Sunkiss Chris, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it. Welcome to the Collective Culture.
Thank you.
Thank you for being the cultured peoples.
Thank you.
Right.
So keep this thing going. I'm telling you, this is a powerful movement. We need everybody who is watching to get involved, to share, get other people involved. Artists out there, y'all get on this grind with me on making this soundtrack for this movement.
Mm-hmm.
Get with me on this beat. Like I said, it's free, so it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Let's put some work in. Let's let them hear us. You know.
Let's get it out there, man. Let's get our voices out there. I mean, you know, it's all kinds of platforms out there now, right? So, like, you know, this is a platform. This is a platform. Hey, we thank you for the support too. By the way, she says she support 100%.
Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it.
But
you know you got our support too. So.
Yeah. So I mean, if you got something going on, man, you know, we can interview you too. Yeah, you know, because I done heard about you out there. You be having stuff going on. You be having it happen. You know, you about business. Let's talk. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So but really though, you know, with all these platforms out here, you know, it would be wrong of us to come on here and talk about, you know, just hip hop or whatever the situation may be, and not, you know what I'm saying, do anything toward the movement that involves people that look just like us. You understand what I mean? So like, so while we had these platforms available to us, let's utilize them. Said, yeah, I got a few projects coming up. Let's do it. Okay. Well, we'll be looking to hear from you. You know what I mean? So we would love to have you. We would love to have that female perspective on a lot of things, for real.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? you know what I mean? So, you know, that's something that we would definitely love to have. So we need to have you on the show at some point, for real. But yeah, I mean, you know, but with these platforms available to us, we're gonna use them all. You know what I mean? Even when it comes down to the side of music, you know, when it comes down to things like this in the podcast, you know, even on my stream, you know, I run a gaming stream on the other side, right? But at the same time, you know, in my just chatting sessions, you know, we talk about this kind of stuff. We get into it. So, you know.
We'll also be, you know, getting into some other things. You know, it's just giving game. You know what I'm saying? It's good politics. You know, that's part of politics. And sometimes you're kicking the shit. Sometimes you're dropping gems, you know.
That's right.
We're going to give you a little bit of both. Sometimes we're going to kick the shit. Sometimes we're going to drop some gems, you know, just to help that independent artist. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
We want to see y'all win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I definitely want to see you win. I'm an independent artist out here grinding with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see y'all win. So y'all keep tuned in. Y'all keep linked with us, man, because we're going to continue to give you these gems.
That's right.
We're going to continue to kick this cool shit with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
We love to talk.
Love it. Man.
So, like we said, you know, if you tuning in, make sure you share. You know, if you catch it later on, make sure you share, whether it be here on Twitch or it be on YouTube. Share it. Make sure you get other people to, you know, connect with the movement.
Also, we're on Anchor FM. So, you know, if you are like literally want to hear the podcast, just the podcast, and you're not interested in listening to the video, because I know some people like to play it in their car, things of that nature. You can't really do a YouTube or Twitch in your vehicle or something like that. But Anchor FM is where we'll basically have it hosted to iHeart. It'll be posted to iHeart. It'll be I think they do Spotify now too. On their podcast, on their distribution too, but it'll be distribution to pretty much wherever you can listen to a podcast. It'll be out there. So all you gotta do is look for the Collective Culture or the Real Spoken, as a host when you go and search for host, and Zoe as a host as well. So you know it'll be out there. You know what I mean? So go ahead, we'll get that. We're gonna have that going. We'll get with y'all with that too on a date that all the podcasts will be up there. We'll probably have a bit of a series up there from some of our older stuff all the way up to now. So y'all check that out. And
shout out to the squad, the whole team.
Double R,
Double R, what's going on? Resurrection Entertainment, the real MDC Media. Salute, we see you out there, homie.
That's right.
Axiom Truth Be Told. Big Rick, we got a lot of family out there.
Poet Pariah,
Poet Pariah, it's a good collective crew, we got around us. So, we want to shout all of y'all out. We want to shout all the people out there still protesting and making it happen.
That's right.
We want to still send our prayers out to the families who lost loved ones. You know what I'm saying? We want to tell y'all to keep that music going.
That's right.
Don't stop.
All right, y'all. But with that, we're gonna leave y'all here. Like we said, we'll keep you updated on all the things to come, and you should be able to view this in the next week or so. But peace and love, and we out.